gets on ahead of our race 2 here at Newbury.
Thanks, Jess. Man of the People solid at the top of the market, 6-4 on to win for the third time over fences. Bridgenorth on chasing debut is zigzagging between 2-1 and 15-8, but the confident second selection ahead of Win House, who is 7-1 into 13-2. Man of the People, 6-4 on there, Jess, to get the hat trick up over fences.
Yeah, absolutely. Look, if front running saw, he wandered around a bit in the straight last time, but he just did show bassing qualities. He's a really likeable looking horse as well as a likeable type as well in what he's shown so far, Martin. Ground could be a question mark.
Yeah, well, he's certainly done all of his improving on ground that's not as testing as this. He has experience of running on very testing ground earlier on, but he wasn't running to the same level of form. He was running okay and showing a bit of promise at the time, sort of not running so bad that you would say that he doesn't handle very soft ground conditions. But no, he's a good looker, lots of size anyway. He's big, isn't he? And 2 from 2 over fences, really progressive season. Fergal O'Brien, I think, honing in on another career best tally. I think he's 2 behind as it stands at the moment, last season's total. I think it was 138 right. Winners last season.
128, and he's on 126 as it stands, yeah.
Yeah, so he's
definitely going to make that.
Yeah, you would hope so, wouldn't you? So Man of the People could edge them a bit closer. I do think Bridgenorth is an interesting runner against him. I certainly think he's the better handicapped horse of the 2, but it's all a question of whether he will sort of bounce back to that form to show it, whereas Man of the People, you can trust him, can't you, certainly on his record so far. 4 wins on the bounce. He's not had a bad day in his life on the racetrack, and he's straightforward. He's likely to go from the front, I would say. Win House, she was just a little bit edgy in the paddock. I don't think the ground conditions are right for her. She might just be vulnerable to the other 2 being stronger stayers, I would say, than she is as well.
Yeah, she does look like she's got her work cut out a little bit. The complexion of this race changed when Arjet was confirmed a non-runner, and I thought he was quite a nice challenger for Man of the People. But Harry Cobden, possibly how he's going to play this race, knowing that Man of the People is going to go out, as you can see here. Paddy Brennan electing to go forward, but we know that Bridgenorth stays anyway, so he'll definitely be breathing down his neck.
Yeah, if he takes to it, he's a really interesting Man of the People's got the experience.
Right, let's see how it pans out. Let's go up to Mark.
Walking in, and they're off. This is the follow at BetVictor on Twitter Novices Limited Handicap Chase for the Brown Chamberlain Trophy. Just shy of 3 miles ahead of them. So go to the first. Man of the People will just have the lead. Going over the first in front of Bridgenorth, the chasing debutant in second. And just stoked along early is Win House by Tom Cannon, last the trio. Going on now towards fence number 2. Man of the People, as did at the first fence, just put himself right going into that, and therefore just jumped a little bit away to his right. Jumped across in front of Bridgenorth, who now cuts to his inside. And the back marker is Win House. So they leave the back straight behind them and now make the run to the cross fence. Man of the People, Paddy Brennan by a length. Bridgenorth, Harry Cobden in second, 2 lengths away to Tom Cannon on Win House as they race now towards the third. Man of the People comes to it, still holding advantage of over a length. And again, he jumped away to the right. 2 in second was Bridgenorth, and Win House lost the trio. About to turn into the home straight, face into the teeth of the strong wind and the rain as they encounter the first of the 5 fences taken down the home straight. Man of the People coming quite wide, sticking to the inner Bridgenorth as they go towards fence number 4, another plain one, nearly 3 lengths back to Win House. All jumped that one well, and now the first of the open ditches. So on the outside, Man of the People to his inner Bridgenorth, and 3 lengths away Win House as they got over that ditch, and again all jumped it well. On now towards fence number 6, next to a plain before the water in front of the stands. Man of the People again put himself right, came out of Paddy Brennan's hands to the inside. Bridge North on chasing debut, and closing up now to within a couple of lengths is Win House. This will be the final fence in a circuit's time. This time around it's the 7th. Man of the People by about a length or so. To Bridge North over in second. Win House still last as it's been throughout. So the water jump is fence number 8. Man of the People defending his perfect record over fences, looking for 5 straight wins. Man of the People had a bit of a look at the water, led by just over a length to Bridge North in second, and Win House still last of the trio. Long run now before they encounter the first of 5 fences down the back straight, but at least the wind will be in their backs for the next section of the track. Man of the People leads them through halfway in this race for the Brown Chamberlain Trophy. Also had such a tremendous record here at Newbury back in the past. They go towards the first one down the back straight. Man of the People ridden into it, led by over a length. Bridge North in second, 2.5 lengths away Win House. You go now towards another open ditch. This is fence number 10 of the 18. Man of the People comes to it. Again, encouraged into it by Paddy Brennan. He picked up well, led by a length and a half to Bridge North in second. Win House hasn't got any closer, but she's not lost any more ground. She's still about 2 lengths away. Middle one down the back, fence 11. Man of the People. Paddy Brennan, for the last 3 fences, has been quite keen to really make Man of the People's mind up. He's just got into his neck and pushed him into the fences. Comes down towards what was there first. And again, Paddy gets to work. Man of the People reaches for it, jumps it well. To Bridge North in second. And now just been stoked along once again, Win House, last of the 3. They go now towards the final fence down the back, fence number 13. Man of the People, quick and economical over that. Jumping it well in second, Bridge North. Jumped well so far on his chasing debut. And now a little more detached is Win House as they begin to make the turn out of the back straight. And now they're entering the final 3/4 of a mile. And they now have another 5 fences to take, the cross fence, and then 4 in the home straight. Man of the People by a length and a half. Harry Cobden now begins to urge Bridge North along in second place. And Win House, having come off the bit midway down the back straight, he's closing up once again on Bridge North. But Man of the People is out in front, and he was quick again in the air, and he led by nearly 3 lengths to Bridge North in second, who now tries to close up once again on the flat. Win House in third place as they make the turn in. So they have another 4 fences to take in the follow at Betfair on Twitter. Novices Limited handicap chase, and it is the top weight. Man of the People looking for his 5th straight victory. 2 hurdling wins, 2 chasers, and he leads by a length and a half as he comes towards the 4th from home. Man of the People to Bridge North in second, and now about 2.5 lengths away, Win House. Down towards the final open ditch, the 3rd from home. Man of the People on the near side, led by only 3 parts of a length. Bridge North not going down without a fight. In third, Win House. And now Paddy Brennan has to go through the gears on Man of the People. Down towards the 2nd from home, Man of the People by just a length. Bridge North not fluent in second. They've quickened away from Win House. They're racing down towards the final fence. And Man of the People leads, but he hasn't yet sealed the deal. Bridge North is rallying down towards the near side as they go over the 18th and final fence. And Man of the People was quick in the air, but Bridge North matches him stride for stride as they enter the final half furlong. And it is Bridge North who has quickened up the best. And as they race up towards the line, it is Bridge North and Harry Cobden who now go clear to win on chasing debut for trainer Henry Daly. It's Bridge North who wins. 108 winners for the season for Harry Cobden. Man of the People in second, Win House in third.
Yeah, Bridge North makes a bright start to his chasing career and comes away from Man of the People, whose winning streak is over now, and Win House was the 3rd of the 3, and that was a nice performance and a good ride by Harry Cobden, who educated, nursed his horse around, jumped well early on, then was a little bit clumsy, as you'd imagine you'd be on your first day out, but got there in the end, didn't he?
He did. I agree with all of that. I think it was a nice ride from him, and you'll notice that Harry didn't really go for everything until he really had to, did he? They potted around. It was a game of cat and mouse, really. The first half of the race was just about getting all three jockeys wanting to get their mounts into a bit of a rhythm, and they all did so, actually. They were all still in the race, turning into the straight, still travelling nicely enough. I always got the impression Bridgenorth was sort of travelling that little bit easier than Man of the People, who maybe these ground conditions were a little bit too taxing for him. He was having to be pushed into his fences at times as well, and Paddy Brennan was just having to seemingly keep his mind on the job at all stages of the race, wasn't he? He was back from a break. The ground's pretty testing, not a very nice day for him, and he doesn't seem to have enjoyed it in quite the same way that he was pre-Christmas. He's still run okay, and it's only after the last that Bridgenorth has mastered him, but ultimately it's good to see Bridgenorth back on track. He was the best handicapped horse in the race on the pick of his efforts. Soft ground, heavy ground, it suits him really, really well when he can get his toe in properly, and he's certainly done that today and produced a good performance and a nice staying effort as well. Winhouse, ultimately, I don't think she's got home over the trip. She's travelled well in behind them. She's just, when she's been asked to go for her effort, there's not an awful lot under the bonnet.
Yeah, I did like the fact with Bridgenorth that it was at the tail end of the race that he was really kicking into another gear again, staying well. He's related to No More Heroes, winner of the Drinmore back about 8 years ago now. It was a nice staying prospect for Gordon Elliott. I think he died quite soon after that. But this horse is clearly got that sort of chasing capability and staying chasing capability as you come to expect with these colours. And I just liked what he did at the very end of this race. That makes you feel that there's more left under the bonnet, and he's going to be a horse they can have a lot of fun with, especially with that handicap mark he's got.
Yeah, and Celestial Gold in the family as well, who was a proper thorough stayer. So it's a stamina-laden pedigree. He's always looked like a horse laden with stamina, with how he's performed on the track. Today's race didn't really tap into it fully, did it, to be honest? But it's been a lovely start for him over fences, because it wasn't that intense race or a tough environment for him. He's had a nice school round, really, but over big fences at a tough track in a race run at quite a slow tempo, and he will have learned plenty from this, I think, and it'll stand him in good stead, you would hope, going forwards into better races.
by about 3 lengths over Charles Street in second.